So this is one of the 3D works, one of the sculptures, which includes the double-sided printed photograph of a crushed drawing. So this one's called T-Bar, which is a mixture of things, and it's a really deeply personal one. And in the case of the colour, this is always going to be red. All the things that are featured in the piece are red. It includes a red purse, some red ballet shoes, and a red pair of T-bar shoes. The T-bar refers to not only the actual shoes and the T-bar of the shoe, which were a pair of Clark's shoes, and the first red shoes I ever owned and was obsessed with and wore them till they fell apart. My poor mum was begged for these shoes for a long time, and when I did get the red shoes, I wore them and wore them, and they were polished and polished and polished until I outgrew them and I couldn't wear them anymore. But I love those shoes, and I didn't still have them. It was a while ago, so I had to source the original design through Clark's, through their archive, to actually get an image of the shoes so they were correct. The red shoes actually refer to the film with Moira Shearer, which again, another obsession as a child, and a lot of the objects that appear in these works are objects of comfort that I would use through times of stress. Film was very much part of that, ballet being part of it as well. Both my grandparents worked at the Palace Theatre in Manchester, because I'm from Manchester, and my mum loved ballet, so my treat for my birthday, whenever possible, was to go and see a ballet. So I have and still love it. So in this case, we have the red, both of the footwear are both red, but then there's also a red purse. The red purse is really a symbol of something that was lost, not necessarily money, because we didn't have any, but the red purse I still own. It's a lovely little leather with it's got like a lovely soft interior and a clasp at the top, and it had a letter on it, which was the letter T, which was the initial of my original first name. I wasn't born Laura. I had a different name, and for various reasons, due to safety, I had to have my name changed when I was about 8 years old. So Laura was the name that I ended up with. I don't really like it, but that's another story. But I wanted a boy's name. Like ballet, but still was very much a tomboy. But I still own this purse, and the T was taken off. Lots of books and toys or anything that had any connection with my old name had to be rubbed out or had to be scrubbed out. In case of books, it was scribbled out. And in the case of this purse, the little gold T was taken off. It was metal. And but because of the type of piece it was, it had left an imprint and 2 little dots where the pins had gone through the purse. So there's this permanent reminder. So it is something that I don't use anymore, but I hold dear because it's one of the few things left that acknowledges my old identity. And so identity is quite a large part of this, because often my ethnicity or my background is mistaken. And I think largely in part to the fact that my name doesn't relate to my ethnicity anymore, which it used to. So this piece is really personal. But again, I think I'm hoping it's joyful to look at, because I really enjoy the sense of form. And this one does feel like it is dancing, which I thought was really apt. I wanted to have crushing the paper, getting the right weight, and practicing crushing paper was something that was quite interesting, to get the right consistency so that they would fit in, and try them in different bell jars, find the right bell jars. But this particular one, I feel like is almost on point itself. So again, there's a reference to ballet there, but there's a delicacy to it, but also a strength to it. Red's a very strong colour, and I loved red. I wasn't a big fan of pastel colours, still not really. And was really, because red's a difficult colour anyway, I didn't want to do a just red painting for that reason. I might do in the future, but this particular piece I felt was always going to be, for the element of dance, I wanted it to be 3-dimensional. So that's T-Bar.